Good morning. Yeah, time to get rocking out this morning. So I did go in yesterday, but I decided not to do a video because I was fucking tired as fuck, wore out, didn't sleep well. And in times like that, it's just better for me to just get going and fucking bear down and keep at it and not give myself a reason to quit. So I didn't fool around with trying to film any or video anything and blah blah blah. But today I'm going in. I've got 3 or 4 beams left, which sucks. But yesterday there were people at the end in a pavilion, a bunch of parents and their kids were getting lessons and stuff. So I didn't want to have the generator blasting and fucking, fire going. So I went ahead and left, and it was like 1 or 2 anyway. So whatever. I'm ready to get this shit over with, guys. Over with, and get on to the next one, right? Nobody calls me by, should be done by Wednesday, so let's say Thursday. And then with the doors and everything. The stall doors will be more fun because it'll be in the shade, and I'm going to use their electricity and just use that little 80 amp inverter welder because it's 3/16 thick angle. So it'll be, easy to weld with that. Just good 69 amps. Boom, done. So yeah, still kind of tired, but I mean, I have worked. This will be the 8th day in a row. So yeah, I'm ready to get that shit done with, crawling around on the ground, laying around, all that shit, on my knees, on my back, on my side, on my this, on my that, to get, the welding done is a little bit different than when you're, being able to stand in the shade with 6 fans on you. So the cutting and all that wasn't bad. Plus, the doors won't be bad because I'll be in the shade the whole time. So even the welding part won't be bad. So that'll be pretty easy. But yeah, I'll holler at you when I get there. Got a couple things to show you. I'm gonna get this day rocking. All right, guys. As you know, I took my helmet back and got a new one, or got a replacement. We'll see how long it works. It worked all day yesterday. Let me get out here in the light where I put the painter's tape. I sealed off the lens, but right on the edge, but left it open a little bit where I could, get to the electronics if I need to. But while I'm welding, I'm not going to change shade or anything. I use a shade 9. That's pretty much all I use. So that worked. It sucks that I have to do that, but if the electronics are at the bottom, I mean, that's just the way it is. Now also, I actually used a method that's not really preferred, but it works. It's called Tennessee Tig, where you take one electrode and you take the knock the flux off and hold it in your hand while you're using a regular electrode in the stinger and melting them both into the puddle. Well, yesterday I went a step further and used this as an electrode, which is a piece of rebar, but you can see I just melted the end off, long arced it a little bit and melted the end off into the puddle, and it filled up pretty good. So probably going to do that again today because it works. Hey, it's crazy, but it works. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and get a little footage, of me using the rebar or not. I have some bolts that were sitting over just buried in the ground too that I'm using, so whatever works, right?
on. Beachside, baby, that's the plan. 3 houses on each coast, all 6 in the sand. We got lost in the mix, but now we mixing again. Yeah, there ain't no special tricks, it's just thinking you can. You gotta really, really, really think you can. There ain't nobody better than you, man or woman. We got friends all over the land. If we can work together, birds of a feather. So that's what they saying, yeah. You are what you think you are, and so far you've gotten so far, but you need to think harder and smarter. What's in your heart, you can start with what you're dreaming and go achieve it. Come on, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, hey, na, 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 na,
What's up, guys? Oh man, I'm headed home. It just got too hot on me today. Still 90, 96, 97. My car says 94, but I don't believe that bullshit for a second. Man, I am fucking still tired. This is my 8th day in a row. God dang. Finished up the beams. You know, I didn't get a lot of video because it's more of the same. I want you guys to see me. That damn eyelet bolt or whatever with the ring on the end. I forgot what it's called. I just melted. I found that laying in there, just laying on the property. Just they got a lot of fucking rusted steel and steel that's just laying around. But that was just buried in the ground next to my foot, and I kicked it, and I was like, oh cool, I'll just use that. Melted that in the puddle too. The guy walked up at one point and asked me, what are you doing with that rebar? I was like, I was melting that into that hole. He's like, hell yeah. Wow, I didn't even know you could do that. I was like, yeah, I didn't either. But I tried it, and it worked. Oh, that shit was hilarious, man. I got good at it, too, to where I was holding it and twisting it as I was going, and it was making a kick-ass pattern, like a damn, almost like walking the cup, you know, one side of walking the cup on Tig. I was doing Texas. Since I'm originally from Tennessee, I'll call that Tennessee Tig, where you don't use another electrode, you just use fucking rebar. God damn. That shit makes me crack up, man. I was good at it. I was wanting to show you all the welds, but owner walked up and he had the son following me with the painting behind me, so he was trying to get it done, which I can understand. Wanting it done. I mean, they're really just putting a band-aid on a broken leg, you know, because those beams are kind of rusted and they need to be taken apart and put, you know, fill it, like replace the whole bottom section. But I ain't the one. I'm just a welder, guys. I do what I'm asked to do. This is their plan, their idea, and it'll work for a while. Paint. I said, man, you need to paint like a foot up from the bottom all the way around, and then come back with another coat after that. You know, damn tractor paint or something. But yeah, got done with that. Didn't get a lot of footage. I didn't start cutting on the doors today. I started measuring them, and it got hot, and I needed to get 3 of my fans went out for some reason. I think it was a plug, because the GFCI kicked off yesterday on my generator, or no, a couple days ago. It wasn't running one of my plugs, and I figured because it was a lot of shit kicking on at one time, the air compressor, the this, the that. So in that 15 amp, it was probably just too much pulling on that 15 amp plug, so it just kicked the GFCI. So I ended up plugging some of the fans into other plugs that I have, and then I went to plug all of them in today, and 3 of them didn't work, 3 fans. So I don't know if it fried them or if they were hooked up backwards or some shit. So, because I did wire them up to where all 3 fans were going into one plug, so I think I'm gonna wire it up a little differently. Hey man, do what you can, DIY. And I just went and got some 3/32 welding rod at the Lowe's. I like it pretty good, the Lincoln Fleet Weld or whatever. I got some 7018 too, just in case, because it's 3/16 thick, I'm gonna weld both sides with the 6011, and sometimes with the 6011 it, you know, it kind of clamshells a little bit, and then when you try to, you know, grind it down with a flap disc, because I'm gonna try to make it look, you know, like one solid piece, like it was never welded, kind of round off the corners. When you do that, sometimes it shows a little bit of those pits, those clamshells. So if it does that, I'm gonna get go over the top of it with some 7018, make it look like a damn caterpillar, and then, but I shouldn't have to, I don't know. I got some 7018 anyway, so I got some 332nd 7018s. And whoa, it got dark. Driving down a little back road, the only one in town. That's a weird thing about this area, Jesus, is there's no back roads. Here we go, that's better. Anyway, I'm almost home, guys, so I'll leave it at this. Maybe I got a little footage. Hopefully you guys got to see me put that fucking eyelet bolt. You know what I mean? I didn't want to waste all my damn rebar. Here's some metal. So I can throw that shit in there. Everything's filler rod today. Yank, 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 yank. See you tomorrow!